I just think, if you do like a little body roll while you do it and then spike the camera, I just think like, we'll see. We'll see if it catches on.
Okay, well, I'm not sure if that one caught on, but that was a look at comedian Atsuko Okatsuka when she hung out with Mel Camp on Houston Life last year. They were trying to come up with the new viral challenge, right?
Right,
after the drop challenge, really spread like wildfire. So Atsuko's full-grown tour is now in full swing, stopping in Dallas, Austin, and of course Houston this weekend.
We're so lucky. This Sunday night is when you can catch her at the Cullen Theater at Wortham Center downtown. But first, she's catching up with us from the road. Hi, Atsuko. How are you?
Hi, good. Thanks for having me.
Oh my gosh.
On Zoom. Yeah.
It is our pleasure. You are, catching like wildfire, right? How does that feel to finally be getting recognition for this stuff that you've been really doing for some time now?
I'm glad I was prepped for it, because it would suck to be like, oh, suddenly everyone catches on and you're like, I have no material or my haircut's not ready, And so I'm glad I've been like prepping. I've had this haircut since 2018. I've been doing stand-up for 13 years, and so, yeah, it's great. I love it. It's building community.
Well, it's building community, and it's also making a fashion statement, Atsuko, because a lot of people, you're big fans, they have the same haircut. It's a huge topic of conversation on social media. In case some of our viewers don't know who you were born in Taiwan, you spent your childhood in Japan, and a lot of your comedy is about your family and your culture. What do you think it is about this timing, though? Because over the past 2 years, truly, you just mentioned 13 years of doing stand-up, and right now, it seems like everything is starting to hit for you.
Yeah, so you're saying like what made it so that it's now?
Yeah.
I think it's just like as more and more people get to know what stand-up comedy is, I think like different platforms have been sort of showcasing it. So that really helps. And yeah, I don't know. I think more people are just looking online for people they can relate to. And I think it was just a culmination of all those things. People have always wanted, to be seen, to feel seen. So I was just like, I've been here, girl. I got you with my frog jacket.
And it's great. Hey, you know what my theory is, Atsuko? I just think you're funny. I think you are truly, truly funny. And I think there are a lot of people out there in comedy. You and I have talked about this before. A lot of comedians lean to like the dirty side or the uncomfortable side. You're just funny.
As a crutch, right?
Yeah, telling stories about your grandmother and growing up. Anyway, we're glad you're coming back.
We're so happy to have you. And I think, I don't think people are looking online. I think they're like mindlessly online. And when they see someone like you, you are intriguing to look at. And then they hear you and you're just this triple threat coming from all angles at them. Vanity Fair compared you to Robin Williams, who is one of the greatest comedians of our time. They say you're physical like him, you get in there. How does a comparison, when you hear something like that, how does that make you feel?
I love that. Yeah. Robin Williams is one of the first comedians I ever saw. Same with Margaret Cho. And I think maybe it's like a mix of those two. Plus, I learned English watching Scooby-Doo. So if you see a little bit of that in me, it's because of Scooby.
Scooby-Doo. Okay. It wasn't giving Scooby-Doo, but now that you mention it, maybe. I don't know.
That is awesome. That's so awesome. By the way, your stand-up special, The Intruder, this was directed by Tig Notaro. It premiered on HBO in December of 2022. This was named Best Debut Special of 2022 by the New York Times. You won the 2023 Gracie Award for Best Special, Best Comedian by the Wowie Awards. It seems like the list is going on and on. I know your husband has been with you every step of the way. In fact, when you were here on Houston Life with Mel Camp, your husband was here in studio. What's life been like with him on the road? Because I know he's right by your side. Where is he now? He's got to be in the same room?
Behind this door right now.
I knew it.
Trying to stay quiet, yeah. And it's really cool to have a support system, and we work together now. He's pretty much my tour manager. And I talk about him a lot more in this hour, actually. So it's kind of full circle. And I want him to direct this special too. It's a lot about like how me and my husband do everything together and how people do have a concern about that. And yeah, so, and then also like, how do you make friends as an adult? I think those are sort of the themes in my latest hour. So, yeah, it makes sense because then you'll be like, well, all you do is hang out with your husband. And now you're wondering, how do you make friends? It's like, you should branch out. It's all of that, Yeah.
You're happily
So
married. Oh God, you're so annoying. No, I'm just kidding.
I talk about that too. I actually talk about people who are single are more adult than people who are married.
Well,
So
I have to ask you. I have to ask you because when I see someone that is so just unabashedly leaning into who they are and their authentic self, what advice do you have for someone? Maybe they're an up-and-coming comedian, maybe they're an artist, and they're just trying to find that thing that hits, that works for them. You're finding success now, but what is your sauce?
I think it's truly like if you look at what you like to do, what you're all about, the things you say and think and are drawn to when no one else is around, I encourage you to try to share that with the world. You know, being an open book that way, being your authentic self, because you can always try to sound like what you think other people might like or look like that, but you have to because the worst thing that could happen is you get known for being someone you thought people would like. And then you wake up 10 years later and you're like, that's not my authentic self. I don't
Wow.
even like the color pink or whatever, you know? I don't even like cooking. And now I'm a chef because I thought, you know what I mean? Or whatever. That's the worst thing you could do. So I would encourage that. Like look into clock every time you're happy when you're by yourself. And those are the things that I think you should uh, you're drawn to, and so you know that's what your audience would like about you too.
That is beautiful. Perfect advice. Atsuko Okatsuka, thank you so much.
Thank
We
you.
know you got to rest up. Good luck tonight in Dallas, tomorrow in Austin. On Sunday, we'll be watching you right here
Yeah.
in Houston at the Cullen Theater. Thanks for stopping by Houston Life.
Thanks for having me. Lots of love. See you soon.
All
Lots of
right,
love.
say hi to your husband. And the show this Sunday at the Cullen Theater at Wortham Center downtown starts at 7 p.m. Tickets start at just $29.50. People, please, if you're not a fan, you will be. Go see this show. We love this woman. We know Mel Camp loves her. We will always thank Mel because she brought her into the HL family. And HoustonLife.tv is the website to visit for more info.